when they are aborted before they are brought forth into birth, there is no soul to go to heaven or hell. Ladies and gentlemen, God isn't just saving people because they're people. You understand that? He saves whom he will. And he makes it very clear. Well, what about people before the Bible says they're known before they're born? That's true. God, if he has someone destined like he did Moses, when did you think Moses became the destined child? After he was born? Absolutely not. When that woman conceived that child, it was the will of God. Just like Jacob was the will of God. Just like Jesus was born in the womb of Mary by the will of God, not by the will of man. Man did have nothing to do with it. Those were just like you. If you have been destined, born to be born of God, then God knew you before you were conceived, even brought forth. That is the sovereign knowledge of God. He made it clear to Paul one day, when Paul said, my Lord, I begin to see the mystery of God. And then God began to tell him a mystery. He said there were two sons, neither one of them having done good or evil, so it had nothing to do with who they were or what they were. It had everything to do with what God said about them. He said, one of them was born, then the other was born. He said, the one who was Jacob, I hated. And the one who I loved. Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. And he says, I prove my sovereignty with this, for I love whom I will, I hate whom I will, I save whom I will, I curse whom I will. And you see, this is part of the problem that's taking place today. People just don't believe that there's a God who will damn or save, bless or curse. They don't believe in God at all. They don't want this kind of a God who has satisfied. And he's made it very clear, he knows. And so he even says to many, he said, depart from me, I never knew you. And yet he tells those that serve him, love him, honor him, he says, I knew you before you were born. There's no soul in the baby in the mother's womb. When it comes forth and breath enters into it, that is the invisible part in a man. Can you see breath? No, you never see breath. You can't see it. You can't see your heart, but it can be seen. See, I'm trying to tell you, the soul is that part which is invisible. It's eternal. It comes from God, it goes back to God. That's the truth. It gives an account. It is part of God. So my teaching, my friend, Richard,